Hey guys, CruiseNickX back with more Final Fantasy XIV. When we last left off, well, we got counter ambushed. Our ambush. Let's put it this way: our ambush got ambushed. Plain and simple. So we're here right now. What's this? Nope. I don't feel like leaving this place. So we're gonna go right into it. I'm gonna recruit some friends into the mix. Oh. That's right. I don't have friends on this account. Let's see who in the free company is here. Slash. Okay, so I've got Lilith Shadow Moon, who is actually my good friend Orion Darkstar. If you've ever seen his live stream, he's one of the few that I hang out with. And Nimmy Nix, who shows up occasionally in a few of my live streams. Unfortunately, I don't think her mic is on. Alright, so we're gonna get right on to it. Enter the bowl. Owing to a betrayal, you have been captured by the Amalja and taken to the stronghold of Zanrak, there to be given as an offering to the primal Ifrit. If you are to survive this fiery encounter with the Lord of the Inferno, you and your comrades must fight with no less than every ounce of your strength. Should you fail, your soul shall burn for eternity. Sounds fun to me. Alright, let's do this. Lord of the Inferno, hearkening to our plea. Lord of the Inferno, deliver us from our misery. Almighty Ifrit, Lord of the Inferno, your humble servants beseech you, Grace us with your divine presence. O mighty Ifrit, we bring before you ignorant savages who know not your godhead. If it please you, Lord, scorch their heathen souls with your cleansing flame, and mark them as your own. Bloody hells! Bring those two as well. What's going on? This isn't what we agreed! None but servants of Lord Ifrit may behold the rite of summoning. The souls of unbelievers are forfeit. No! Spare me! I beg you! Pitiful children of man, by my breath I claim you. Arise once more as my loyal minions. Feed my flames with your faith, and all who stand against us shall burn. And of course, Ifrit's flames don't do shit. O mighty Ifrit, my one true god. Your words are my bread. Impossible. By what sorcery do you resist my master's will? Could it be? Your soul already belongs to another. Yes, that is the only explanation. Forsooth, thy frail mortal fame can serve as a vessel into the blessing of but one. Yet I smell not the taint of another upon thee. The truth of thine allegiance waxeth clear. Thou art of the godless blessed's number. The paragons warned of thine abhorrent kind. Thine existence is not to be suffered. Now for the fun to begin. Alright, let's do Hey, where'd Nimmy go? So, we are joined by Taylor Nuthall, who is probably from a different server. Alright, we've got our protect and we are set. This is like the easy fights.
Succumb to the Inferno! Surrender thyself to the fires of judgment. Thy soul shall burn for eternity. Thou art strong, mortal.
Oh, well, I didn't really want to be in it, but whatever. Besides, we're almost done anyway. And we won. And now another crystal is ours. And now we're back. Hey, forgive my lateness. I was delayed by a congregation of Amalja zealots. I swear, each seemed more evangelical than the last.
Persistent lot!
Phew. I see the blood sworn wasted no time extracting the captives. No less than I'd expect from a flame general's hand-picked man. As for those two, it is fair to say their hardships have only just begun. They have much to answer for. I feel I owe you an apology, Bayan. Had I known this mission would prove so dangerous, I would never have left you to face it alone. You've been given a veritable baptism of fire. But let us continue this conversation in more agreeable surrounds. Camp Drybone, shall we say? This way, sir! So that was the mighty Ifrit. And what a disappointment he was. The readings are nowhere near what I had anticipated, even taking Oldon interference into account. You should know better than to rely on 5-year-old data left by the 7th Imperial Legion. Nor can we expect any form of support from the motherland. Given the troubles at court, we have only ourselves to rely upon. Ever the pessimist, my dear Livia. Promise me you'll never change. We've wasted enough time. That meter of yours is too old to give any reading worth a damn. Not that there was aught worth a damn for it to read. But I take your point. I suppose we must content ourselves with the knowledge that we've achieved our primary objective. Yet I find that I am troubled by that adventurer's unexpected show of strength. Could such a foe prove a hindrance to our plans? Perhaps. But that is a consideration for another time. You have been given a task. That is your priority. I suggest you treat it as such. Fail to do as my lord commands, and I will spare him the trouble of punishing you. With allies like that, beware a woman in love. I shall need to be on my best behavior. Alright, let's get the fuck out of here. And we wind up back in well, we're back in Camp Drybone as agreed. Sorry, my system loves to slow this shit down to a crawl sometimes. It passes after a little bit. Ah, there you are, Bayan. Come, rest a while. You have no better opportunity. After witnessing their god's ignominious defeat, the Amalja will be less inclined to risk our wrath. For a time, at least. Now, where were we? Ah, yes, I was in the process of apologizing. I do hope you can forgive me. I arrived too late to be of any use, to you or the abductees. They may be whole of body, but the same cannot be said of their minds. For once a man is tempered. But it ill suits me to dwell on the negatives. Amidst all our misfortunes, there is still reason to rejoice. Ifrit is slain, and by your hand no less. That is the deed of no ordinary individual, Bayan. Not that I ever thought you were ordinary. On the contrary, I have long suspected that you have the potential to shape the fate of this realm. What can I say? My fine eye for talent remains undimmed. Minfilia will be proud beyond all reckoning when she hears of your deeds. I trust you shan't object to my bearing tidings to her. That way I can claim to have contributed something to this mission. You, meanwhile, have earned yourself a rest. Take some time to relax and return to the Waking Sands when you're good and ready. We can discuss matters in more detail then. Just don't take too long, will you? The realm's problems won't solve themselves. Man, I am lagging something fierce today. There we go. That's why it was starting to rain. Da-da. Yeah, now I'm bored with this song. I'll be so glad when I finally get my mount. Might take a little time during a episode of Cruise X Purgatory to frickin' take care of that. Anyway, alright, so we're back at Vesper Bay. Alright, let's get into the Waking Sands, for crying out loud. In retrospect, I should the triumphant hero returns. Thancred told us the news upon his arrival. He is presently in the Solar, giving a full report to Lady Minfilia. You should join them at once. Lady Minfilia is most eager to see you. Alright, let's go. My late arrival nearly cost Bayan his life. I wasn't there when the Amalja took him prisoner. And I wasn't there when they served him to Ifrit. Yes, by some miracle he survived, but that does not excuse the fact that he should never have had to face such dangers alone. I failed him utterly. Just as I'm failing you all.
What's done is done, Thancred. You can ill blame yourself for every... Bayan! It is so good to see you again.
Impeccable timing, my friend. I had just finished regaling Minfilia with your heroic exploits.
Thancred has told me everything. You have done well to return to us.
The perils you faced were undeniably great, yet a part of me believes that I had no cause to fear. And now we can put paid to our long investigation. As we suspected, the Amalja undertook both the robbery and the abductions with the aim of summoning their primal, Ifrit.
Nor is this tale limited to Ul'dah. Similar incidents have been right in both Limsala and Gridania of late.
I dare say you've been curious as to how these crimes are linked to the primals. Permit me to explain. Having manifested in the physical realm, primals must consume aether if they are to maintain their presence here, and the stronger they become, the more aether they're required. Now, aether exists throughout creation. It flows through all life, and permeates the very air that we breathe. Alas, this alone will not suffice to sustain the likes of Ifrit. Nay, he and his kind require a more concentrated source of aether. Crystals.
It is for this reason that incidents involving crystals can often be traced back to a primal.
Which leaves us with the why of the abductions. To understand this, you must first understand how primals are born. When all is well with the world, primals possess no physical form. Their essence is dispersed across the great river of Aether.
However, when the world is plunged in the chaos, those who worship the primals cry out to their gods for deliverance from suffering. These cries serve as a beacon toward which a primal's essence is irresistibly drawn. It is this coming together, or etheric coalescence, which grants the beings physical form. Once born, a primal gains strength from its followers' worship. The more numerous and fervent they are, the more powerful their god becomes.
But the primals are seldom satisfied with such reverence as their adherents freely give, and in order to gain more power, they do not scruple to create followers. They do this by tempering mortals, a process to which you yourself were subjected.
Yet even as Ifrit took your comrades in his thrall, you alone remained unaffected. This is thanks to the power you possess, the Echo. We know not the why of it, but those blessed with the Echo are immune to primal influence. It is as though a greater power protects us. When you first came to us, I told you that the Echo would be instrumental in dealing with the primal threat. I trust you now begin to see why.
The recent incidents all share a common trait: meticulous planning. Such elaborate designs are a new development, and one which fills me with an unshakable sense of foreboding.
While I share your concern, my presiding feeling is one of relief at your safe return. The immortal flames assured me that they will deal with the aftermath, so you need not concern yourself with that. We may rest easy for a time. I suggest you take full advantage of the respite, Bayan. You may be sure it won't last long. Once the people learn the identity of the hero who felled Ifrit, I fear you will have nary a moment to yourself.
Whether she intended to do so or not, Minfilia neglected to tell you something I think it would be best if you heard from one of us. It concerned the tempered abductees that were rescued. I am sorry to report that all are to be put to death, the flames with whom you were imprisoned included. Needless to say, this information must not be made known to the public. I swear to you that we would not do this if there were any other recourse. But once a man is tempered, he is tempered for life. His very existence lends strength to the primal, whom he cannot choose but worship. And so we Scions continue our fight, that no more innocents need be sacrificed. I hope that you will continue to stand with us, Bayan. But I should be going. I must offer my apologies to the Flame General for the losses his people suffered. Till next time. Gods forgive me. How many more lives? Louisoix would never have allowed this to happen. I have to do better. I have to be stronger. Lord of the Inferno complete. What's next? Oh yeah, that one. Yeah, I think we're gonna sign out on this one and then we'll return with more. So we're gonna take a quick break to get a drink and I don't know. Plus the commercials monetize my videos, and Plus, I monetize my videos, and these commercials help put some money on the table, especially considering I'm at risk of being homeless soon. Anyways, we'll be back in a few, and that's it. Cruise Dick! Out!